Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you some of my favorite makeup products that I was loving in the months of July and August. So I did a part 1 of the summer makeup favorites back in July when I was talking about my favorite makeup products of May and June. So I will link that video down below for those of you who are interested to see what products I was loving in the beginning of summer. It is September 1st when I'm filming this video. Summer went by so quickly. I don't know where it went, but it went by super fast. And there were a lot of new products that I was loving in the months of July and August. So I thought I would film a part 2 of the summer makeup favorites. So yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing what products I was loving, then please keep on watching. So I have combination skin, and in the summertime it becomes almost combo oily, where I'm pretty much oily near the T-zone area and just normal everywhere else. So I usually love mattifying primers during the summertime because they keep those oils away. So the primer that I fell in love recently was with Tarte, and this is the Tarte Poreless Mattifying Primer. Now I do use this in a one brand tutorial for Tarte video, which I'll also link in the info box above, so do check it out. But yeah, I was basically quite enjoying this mattifying primer. It does keep your face looking quite matte for quite a couple of hours. So yeah, I was really enjoying this primer. It is basically just like a gel texture. It has a gel texture, and it just blends out and it will just mattify your skin. So that was quite easy. Just great primer. I highly recommend this for those of you who are oily skin. It works quite nicely. I don't have a new foundation to share with you guys, so I'll go straight into concealer. This is the Sephora Make No Mistake Concealer, and it is a high coverage concealer. I'll show you how amazing it is. Like, you literally just need a little bit of an amount, just like that. You can like barely see it, and then if you rub it across, you can see how pigmented that is. It is super pigmented, so for those of you who are looking for very high coverage concealer, like I really wanted a change from my old Tarte Shape Tape, which is quite a high coverage concealer. So yeah, I'm glad I found this Sephora one. It is quite a good budget friendly concealer. So if you are looking for a high coverage concealer, then do check it out. The thing with high coverage concealers I find sometimes is if it's too thick, it can sometimes move around. But this one stayed put all day after I powdered it. So yeah, quite enjoying this concealer at the moment. Now Colourpop recently launched a collection called the Femme Rosa collection, and they released their eyeshadow palette, they released their face palette, and bunch of lip products. So I got the whole collection to try out, and I actually fell in love with the collection. So I actually wanted to show you the Femme Rosa face palette, and it comes with 3 different shades: your highlighter, blush, and bronzer. I really like all 3 products, but what I actually fell in love with is the bronzer right here. It is beautiful, and it is what I'm wearing today on my face. It is a beautiful bronzer for medium to tan skin tones. It just looks really nice. I like the undertone. It's not too cool and it's not too warm, and it makes you look like you have a nice healthy glow. So I really enjoy this bronzer. It is quite matte, and so is the blush as well. And the bronzer was what I was using quite a lot these past few months. Moving on to blushes. So like I mentioned, that I was really enjoying this blush from the palette right here. Now there was another blush palette that I was really enjoying. This is the Sephora Collection blush palette, and it has beautiful shades. I mean, how gorgeous are these shades right here? They're so pretty. I'm actually wearing this today on my cheeks. It's a beautiful rosy pink, and it just goes with every look really, this shade right here. But I have recommended this palette to a lot of my friends just because Sephora Collection is quite budget friendly and makes such good products, and they've been actually making really good products lately. So yeah, highly recommend this blush palette. I got it earlier in the summer, but I've been playing with it more in the past few months. So I wanted to mention this because it is a beautiful, beautiful product. Moving on, I wanted to share with you a powder that I was loving recently. This is the Tarte powder. This is a filtered light setting powder. Now, what I love about this powder is that it is slightly tinted. Like, if you can see, it is more like a banana kind of shade, like a really brightening shade. And I quite enjoy a little bit more of a yellow toned setting powder rather than the pure whites, because these kind of powders complement my skin tone a little bit better. So I quite enjoy this one. I like the shade that it's slightly tinted. For example, there's the RCMA No Color Powder, which is just plain white, but this is slightly tinted, as you can see. So yeah, quite enjoy this powder. So next up, I wanted to talk about some of my favorite things in makeup, eyeshadow palettes. There are quite a few eyeshadow palettes that I was loving these past few months. So many brands released so many eyeshadow palettes. It is insane. I keep hoarding them like crazy. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about a few that I was really enjoying. First up, we have, of course, the Colourpop Femme Rosa Collection eyeshadow palette. This, look at these shades. I mean, how beautiful are these shades? You have your purples, you have your orange tone shades, you have your sort of softer shades right here, some more mattes at the bottom row. I am wearing this palette today, yeah, in conjunction with another, which I'll show you in a second. They're so pretty, they're so buttery. Let me just show you quick swatches and just see how beautiful these are. Like, the pigmentation on them is quite insane. As I'm speaking to you, this palette is out of stock, but they keep coming back in stock. Colourpop always does that. So I hope they restock it along with the full collection, because the collection itself is really amazing. Not just this palette, but their face palette as well. So I highly recommend this palette. Eyeshadow palette I wanted to talk about is also on my eyes today, and this is the Marc Jacobs Iconic Palettes, and this is in the shade Scandalust. I have this palette in Smartorial as well, and I equally love that palette too, but I just wanted to show you that Marc Jacobs released a bunch of new palettes. This was one of them. The shades are beautiful, rustic, and these are just your everyday kind of warm tone palettes. It does have quite a bit of fallout, but nothing that I'm too upset over, but beautiful, beautiful shades. I have it on my eyes today as well, mixed with the Femme Rosa palette. So check out the Marc Jacobs palettes. These are in stock at Sephora. I'm not sure if the Scandalust palette is, but a lot of the other palettes are. So the formula all throughout the palettes are great. They just make amazing palettes, so I highly recommend you to check this out. The last palette that I wanted to talk about is quite a talked about palette. It's not been loved by a lot of people, but I actually found it to be really unique, really beautiful color selection, something that I haven't seen in a while. You know, people have been doing these warm tone shades, these purple shades for quite a while now, like in the past year or so, but I feel like the color selection in this palette that I'm going to show you is out of this world. If you guessed it, it is the Subculture palette by Anastasia. Beautiful blues, greens, yellows, like perfect fall shades, perfect grungy shades. I love cool tone shades myself, and I was so excited when I got this. I know it had a lot of negative reviews, basically saying, you know, it didn't blend, had a lot of fallout. I got mine from Sephora, and I've used it a bunch of times, you know, on camera and off camera, and yeah, I quite like it. You can see I've already made some nice dents in this palette. Might not have worked out for a lot of people, that's fine, but I just wanted to mention that it is one of my favorite palettes. I'm actually going to be using this a lot more in the fall, just because of those really darker purples and teals. those are my favorite kind of shades. So yeah, I don't have anything bad to say about it. I know a lot of people hate it, but that's okay. You're allowed to like something that other people don't necessarily like. Alright, so next up is mascara, and there's one mascara that I've been loving all summer round, and I don't think I mentioned it in the last video. This is the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara, and I'll show you the wand. So that's how the wand looks like. It's kind of like your if you've used the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, it's kind of like that kind of wand. It's more volumizing than lengthening. But yeah, I quite enjoy this mascara. It is super pigmented too. Like it takes a little bit of time to dry, so just be careful and don't try to sneeze or anything when you're using this mascara, because I have sneezed when I just applied the mascara and it came it made some lines there. But highly recommend this mascara. It's so good, especially if you're looking for more volume, not much length. Then this mascara is really good. Forgot to mention one blush that I was really enjoying, and I don't know how I forgot that, so I'm gonna mention it right now. This is the Nars liquid blush in the shade Torrid, and I'll show you the color. This is the color of the blush right here. You need literally a drop of this blush and it will give you like the most amazing pigmentation. I mean, look how gorgeous that blush shade is. I've been loving this blush for summertime. I've used it quite a bit already. Not sure if you can tell, but yeah, just loving this blush. They came out with 3 shades, but I picked this one, so quite enjoy this blush, and the shade is gorgeous. So a couple of highlighters that I was loving, and a lot of people have talked about this already. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter. Guys, if you don't have this, please get it. It is beautiful gold shade. It is what I'm wearing today on my cheeks, and look how glowy that is. Like, it is shiny, it is wet. Like, do you see that? Not sure if you can see that, but you can see that, right? Like, how beautiful is this highlighter? Oh my goodness, it is to die for. It looks a little bit more golden in the pan, but on the skin, at least on my skin, it translated just a light gold, and Maybelline just killed it with this. They are actually coming out with newer shades in fall, I think. I really enjoy this. I think I'm gonna get all of them when they launch, because it is affordable and it is beautiful. I've been talking about this brand a whole lot this video, I feel, but I have to mention it. This is the Colourpop I Like Your Face palette, and yes, these are your highlighter shades. Look how pretty these are. I mean, they are super intense as well. Yeah, just nothing bad to say. I know that it looks like a dupe of the Anastasia palette, but they made a really good dupe, let me tell you. It is beautiful, it is blinding. Like, for example, this one, super blinding. Running out of space here, but not sure if you can tell with that swatch right here, but on the face it is amazing. It looks beautiful, all shades look amazing. Colourpop has been killing it this year, really, like, love their products. So yeah, I'm so happy that I picked this one up. It took me by surprise. Super beautiful. Last but not least, I wanted to share with you a few of my favorite lipsticks that I was loving these past few months. I usually go for the nudes. Probably every day I go for the nudes, and then a couple of days I go for pops of color. So the first nude that I was loving, and that's what I'm wearing today on my lips. This is the Nars PowerMatte liquid lipsticks. This is in the shade Slow Ride. The shade right there, Slow Ride. It's not too nude and it's not too brown. It's like right in the middle. It's dry on pretty matte, so you can tell already on camera, but that's the shade. And it is, the formula of this is quite liquidy. It's not a moussey texture. I have a few more of these PowerMatte lipsticks and they are all pretty much the same. They all are liquidy and they dry down pretty matte. They're comfortable matte though, like they don't dry down my lips or anything. Next I wanted to talk about a lipstick that Anastasia Beverly Hills released, and this is their lipstick, and this particular one is in the shade Spice. Again, it's your nude, you know, this is the actual nude. This is what I would wear if I'm not wearing this one. You can see the difference, but quite enjoy these lipsticks. Anastasia just killed it with this. I have a bunch more of these lipsticks as well. So last lipstick that I wanted to share is again from the Femme Rosa collection. I should have just talked about it before, but this is the Femme Rosa collection Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Darling. It's a darker mauve, like almost purple, but this shade is screaming fall. Look how beautiful that shade is. I've been enjoying wearing this too just because it's an ultra satin lip. I'm not a fan of the Colourpop ultra matte lips so much, but the ultra satin lips are my favorite, and the shade itself is so beautiful, like perfect tone for fall. So that's it, you guys. That's the end of the makeup favorites video part 2 for summer. All these products super beautiful, super easy to work with, super pigmented. Nothing bad to say about them. So yeah, they ended up in my favorites. I know that I put in 3 eyeshadow palettes. I know, how can you have 3 eyeshadow palettes as a favorite? But trust me, they're all super beautiful. Yeah, I love each and every single one of them, and I've been enjoying these products over the last few months. I'll keep using them too, of course. So yeah, thought I would mention these in today's video. That's it, you guys. That's all I had for today. If you guys enjoyed my video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Leave me a thumbs up, and yeah, comment down below as to what your favorites were this past summer. Yeah, have a good day or good night wherever you guys are, and I'll catch you guys in another video. Bye guys.